nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy. That includes personal ambition.
Now at 11, President Biden, in his own words, explaining why he withdrew from the race for a second term in the White House. But first, we have to get to breaking news out of New Jersey. Good evening. I'm Natalie Pasquarella.
And I'm David Ushery. We've been following this all evening. A police officer has been shot tonight in Rahway. This is still an active investigation going on right now. News 4's Chris Jose live at the scene. What have you been able to find out, Chris?
Well, David, a short time ago, a neighbor telling us off camera she heard a barrage of gunfire, likely 10 to 15 gunshots. Right now, police keeping us far back from the scene, but I can tell you that the road is shut down. The investigation happening roughly a block away from us. Let's get straight to the video that we were able to get before cops moved us back earlier this evening. You can see here a large crime scene on Broad Street. A swarm of officers around a fence line adjacent to the train tracks. We're roughly a mile away from the Rahway train station. The New Jersey State PBA confirming tonight one of its officers was shot. Unclear tonight if there was an exchange of gunfire between the officer and the suspect. We've reached out to the mayor's office, prosecutor's office, and local police for more information, but we are hearing from officials on the ground that police were possibly serving a warrant when things turned sideways. The PBA saying the injured cop was rushed to a hospital in New Brunswick, saying, quote, "Please keep him and all the officers involved in the Rahway incident in your prayers." Tonight, it's not confirmed yet if the suspect was injured. Again, this remains an active and ongoing investigation. We're live in Rahway. Chris Jose, News 4 New York.
Chris, thank you for the latest. The NYPD bomb squad is working tonight to figure out whether this device you see right there could have killed people today. Officers found it in a car right outside the 25th precinct in East Harlem after a pair of cousins pulled up. Police say one cousin told the officers that the other attacked him with the end of a machete. He also pointed officers to what they're calling, quote, a potentially viable improvised explosive device. They also found the machete in the car. Now, that cousin accused of attacking his relative is in custody tonight, but no charges have been filed at this point. The other big news tonight, President Biden addressing the nation in prime time, explaining his decision to drop out of the race for re-election. News 4's Checky Beckford joining us now with that story. Checky.
And now the president tonight delivering a speech for the history books and perhaps writing the first chapter in his own legacy. The first since LBJ to drop his bid for a second term, despite weeks of saying he would stay in the race. The president tonight patriotic and poignant at times as he handed off the baton to his VP.
I revere this office, but I love my country more.
From the Oval Office, President Biden tonight addressing the American people for the first time since ending his bid for a second term.
It's been the honor of my life to serve as your president.
The fate of the American people, he says, his top priority.
Nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy. That includes personal ambition. It's about you, your families, your futures.
Following a disastrous debate performance and beleaguered by calls from members of his own party to drop out, Biden tonight revealing how he came to the difficult decision.
You know, in recent weeks, it's become clear to me that I need to unite my party in this critical endeavor. The best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
The president handing off the baton to his VP, saying Kamala Harris is his choice.
She's experienced, she's tough, she's capable. She's been an incredible partner to me and a leader for our country.
The president laying the groundwork for a heated race between Harris and former President Trump, much like he did during his own campaign.
America's going to have to choose between moving forward or backward, between hope and hate.
All of which he implies is at risk under a second Trump term. But the president did not bow out without asserting confidence in his ability to serve a second term, laying out the accomplishments of his first.
We have the strongest economy in the world, creating nearly 16 million new jobs, a record. Wages are up. Inflation continues to come down. Border crossings are lower today than when the previous administration left office.
Still poignant as he reflected on his journey to the White House.
I've given my heart and my soul to our nation, like so many others. I hope you have some idea how grateful I am to all of you.
The president reminding voters the choice now in their hands.
The great thing about America is here, kings and dictators do not rule, the people do.
And after that primetime address, the president was met with applause from staffers. The First Lady on her way to Paris posting a handwritten thank you note to so-called people who never wavered, ending with a prompt for supporters to put that trust in Kamala. In the newsroom, Jackie Beckford, News 4, New York.
Okay, Jackie, thank you. While the president addressed the nation tonight, Vice President Harris and former President Trump crisscrossed the country competing for votes in a presidential race that looks much different than it did just a few days ago. Harris spoke to members of Zeta Phi Beta, a historically black sorority in Indianapolis today. Most Indiana voters have not backed a Democratic presidential candidate in nearly 16 years. She warned that former President Trump is trying to take America back to a, quote, dark past.
We are witnessing a full-on assault on hard-fought, hard-won freedoms and rights. The freedom to vote, the freedom to be safe from gun violence, the freedom to live without fear of bigotry and hate, the freedom to love who you love openly and with pride.
At the same time, a source directly involved in the process tells NBC News that the Harris campaign plans to pick a vice presidential nominee by August 7th, and that deadline would avoid any concern about whether the ticket would make a crucial ballot certification deadline in Ohio. Former President Trump, meanwhile, took his campaign to Charlotte this evening. He won North Carolina in the past two elections. This was his first campaign rally since President Biden ended his own reelection bid. Mr. Trump blamed Vice President Harris for what he considers to be Biden administration failures, including border security.
For 3.5 years, Lion Kamala Harris has been the ultra-liberal driving force behind every single Biden catastrophe. She is a radical left lunatic who will destroy our country. If she ever gets the chance to get into office, we're not going to let that happen.
And Donald Trump acknowledged that he's leaving behind the sunnier persona and themes of unity that he and other Republicans suggested they would stick to after he survived the assassination attempt this month.
All right, let's take a minute and take a look outside. We have some more rain on the horizon tonight in the tri-state. And also, when is the mugginess going to move out? Not soon enough, Janice.
It's going to take another 24 hours, Natalie, before we feel that relief and that comfort. In the meantime, it's still muggy with temperatures in the 70s out there. Not a ton of rain, except off to the north and west. There have been some storms creating some flash flooding. There are warnings in effect for Delaware County, stretching from Binghamton up to Oneonta. That's just north of our counties. But these storms are moving into portions of Ulster and Sullivan counties right now, towards Jewett, towards Phoenicia and Windham at 1125 and Hunter Mountain. So some downpours there, but I don't think they're going to make it to the city tonight. 77 degrees with the winds from the south at 11 miles per hour. Dew points up at 68. We'll stay in the 70s the rest of the night as we have the past couple of nights with the clouds. It is a mostly cloudy day tomorrow, just like today, with maybe an isolated sprinkle here and there in the city. Not looking at a ton of rain unless you're down towards the Jersey Shore. There could be some storms down there that could bring some flash flooding tomorrow. There is a possibility of that. After that, though, we dry out for the weekend. More on that in the 10-day forecast coming up. Back to you.
Got it, Janice. Thank you. We are less than 48 hours away from the official start of the Paris Olympics, but some events are already getting underway. And as always, our Bruce Beck is covering the games from start to finish this year, and he kicks off our coverage tonight.
Games have begun. There's Lacazette! And the host nation really get their party started. But the Paris Games have not been officially opened. That will happen on Friday. When they do, Coco Gauff will serve as female flag bearer for Team USA. The reigning U.S. Open champion is ranked number 2 in the world and is the first tennis player to receive the honor.
Not only am I here playing my first Olympics, I have the honor to be the flag bearer, which is something I never thought in my lifetime.
Coco is one of a myriad of stars for a star-studded U.S. Olympic team, and NBC host Mike Tirico knows all about them.
From the pool with Katie Ledecky and Caleb Dressel, to the track and field with Sha'Carri Richardson and Noah Lyles, Sydney McLaughlin-Lavroni. There are so many stories out there, but Team USA brings a lot of star power, and there's pressure that comes with that.
The U.S. fencing team was front and center at a press conference in Paris today. The squad is loaded with local athletes who can't wait for the games to begin at the iconic, restored Grand Palais.
I think it's one of, if not the best venue for any of the sports here in Paris. I am incredibly excited. It is so beautiful, and with the renovations that they've done, I know it's going to be an amazing event.
And now that I'm here, I mean, it's a dream come true. I mean, I'm seeing so many famous athletes, the village, everything. It's quite amazing being here, and I'm excited to compete as well.
So the Olympics are off and running. We actually have 2 days of competition before the opening ceremony and 16 after. Overall, 39 sports, 329 medal events. It's a marathon, not a sprint. In Paris, I'm Bruce Beck, News 4 New York.
Yeah, nobody knows that better than Bruce. He will have all the biggest highlights from Paris every night throughout the game. So make sure you stick around for News 4 New York at 11 throughout the Olympics for continuing coverage.
Still ahead tonight for us on News 4 New York at 11, how some young people from our area jumped in to help save a stranger.
A medical emergency on board a Southwest Airlines flight. A group of scouts jumping in to help save a man's life. How they pulled it off as the plane made an emergency landing.
And a little later on, out the window, how you can help this little dog that survived just a terrible ordeal.
And AIDS breakthrough, the treatment that could help end a pandemic that's been killing people for nearly half a century.
Looking through some old files.
I said, "What is this?" And it was a check.
A check worth $13,000. But to cash it, she needed Better Get Picaro. How you too can find unclaimed funds. Tomorrow morning at 6.
Driving the Nissan Rogue with Google built in is like...
Hey Google, turn on Rocky's Food.
The ultimate connection. Drive the award-winning Nissan Rogue today.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue Platinum.
Hi. Deprioritized.
But it's a work call.
Oh, a work call? Oh, deprioritized.
T-Mobile home internet relies on cell phone towers, so when their network gets busy,
Not the fridge, come on.
you can be deprioritized.
It's too bad, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Forget T-Mobile cell phone internet. Get home internet that puts you first. Get Spectrum.
The excellence of driving a Buick is matched by the excellence of the dealership experience when you own a Buick. Buick, exceptional by design.
Sign and Drive is here. Current eligible Buick or GMC lessees get this ultra-low mileage lease on this 2024 Encore GX Preferred for around $327 per month with zero due at signing.
Popeyes has the best of both wings. Our juicy chicken is marinated to perfection with 2 distinct twists on all 6 flavors. Whether you prefer our spicy bone-in wings or our classic tender white meat boneless wings, we've got the best of both.
Grab that chicken from Popeyes. Rise up this morning. Smile with the rising sun.
Sandals Rhythm and Blues Caribbean sale is now on. Visit sandals.com or call 1-800-SANDALS.
Driving the Nissan Rogue with Google built in is like...
Hey Google, turn on Rocky's Food.
The ultimate connection. Drive the award-winning Nissan Rogue today.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue Platinum.
Tonight, Jimmy has Matt Damon with karaoke.
Sweet Caroline.
And what's behind me?
Breakdancing on a pickleball court.
Yes. Plus, Josh Hartnett and we host New Tonight Show.
We are back now with an update on the police officer we told you about at the top of the newscast who was shot in Rahway, New Jersey tonight. We understand the State Police Benevolent Association told us the victim is a Perth Amboy detective who was shot 3 times, happened in the area of Broad Street, Maple Avenue. The PBA said that fellow detectives took quick actions to save that injured detective's life. And they tell us right now he's stable at an area hospital. But at this hour, no word on who pulled the trigger, David.
All right, Natalie, we are also following a developing story out of Connecticut where a 2-year-old boy is in the hospital after being shot. Police there say he was hit in the hand and foot last night at a home in Monroe. He's since had surgery, is expected to recover. Right now, investigators trying to figure out who was in the house at the time of the shooting, where the gun came from, and who pulled the trigger.
A New Jersey man will spend the next 40 years behind bars for a spree of hate crime attacks on Orthodox Jewish men. A judge sentenced 29-year-old Dion Marsh for the incidents in and around Lakewood back in 2022 after he admitted to driving his car into a group of people and stabbing one person because they were Jewish. Marsh pleaded guilty to committing hate crimes and carjacking. Along with the prison sentence, he was also ordered to serve 5 years of supervision upon his release. Well, this fiery crash in New Jersey is set to cause another traffic headache in Clifton tomorrow. The Valley Road ramp to Route 3 eastbound will be shut down for inspection and survey work, now 3 days after those flames burned through a barrier wall. Sadly, 55-year-old Luis Santiago died in the crash between his tractor trailer and an NJ Transit bus. The ramp expected to be closed from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
A group of local Boy Scouts getting much deserved recognition tonight when a fellow traveler on a cross-country flight had a life-threatening medical episode. Well, they lived up to the motto, be prepared. Before he headed to that breaking news, News 4's Chris Jose reported on their life-saving story.
It was a trip of a lifetime. Jewish scouts backpacking more than 100 miles through the wilderness in New Mexico. Scout leader Evan Gilder from White Plains leading 10 teens from New York and New Jersey. Little did he know what was in store on the flight home. A flight attendant getting everyone's attention.
She basically asks if there's any medical professionals on board, please identify themselves.
A medical emergency unfolding on board a Southwest flight from Denver to LaGuardia on July 11th. A passenger at the front of the plane in cardiac arrest.
The person right next to me, who was a nurse, basically just gets out of the seat and runs up to the front of the plane.
Gilder, CPR certified for the last 14 years, did not hesitate either. A doctor and 2 nurse practitioners attempting life-saving measures but needing help.
I immediately ran to the back of the plane. I literally picked them out. You, get to the front of the plane.
Gilder turning to 2 of his scouts, including Arya Yaron.
Tension is high, very high.
The 16-year-old Eagle Scout seen here in CPR training among those who formed a line, taking turns doing compressions on the passenger's chest in tight space.
High altitude, and his family's behind me. His family's shocked. His whole family was on the plane.
The group also went through the plane's medical kits and collected EpiPens. All this happening mid-flight. Gilder telling us a flight attendant asked him to sit down to prepare for an emergency landing in Pittsburgh, but time was short.
If we stop working on him, this passenger will die.
Before touching down, the group detecting the man's pulse. 40 minutes of pure adrenaline, but the scouts never wavered.
We just like that, we switch into a completely different mindset, and now we're going from just relaxing on the plane and can't wait to get home to we have a mission, we need to go do this, we need to go up now.
The family of the passenger telling the group in a text message, "We are so grateful for you all. Words can't describe how lucky we are that there are so many responders on the flight." The scouts tell us last check the man was in the hospital but expected to survive. Southwest Airlines also thanking them, providing vouchers toward a future flight. Chris Jose, News 4 New York.
All right, heroes indeed. Okay,
Yes.
Janice, taking a look outside. It's still a little bit muggy.
Still dreary and muggy and gloomy, and there are some showers, but not in and around the city. I'll show you where they are, though. It looks like our chances for rain are dwindling, actually, as we go through the next 24 hours. So that's some good news. But it was still a wet day north and west of the city. Nothing measurable for most of us. But once we got up into the Catskills and Poconos, we saw some downpours today, some thunderstorms. Some of the rainfall totals added up to an inch or 2, or even 3. Tomorrow, not expecting a lot either, unless you're down towards the Jersey Shore. Some showers may pick up there in the morning and into the early afternoon. You might get an inch of rain or so. Dew point forecast, the good news about that is it's going to drop after tomorrow. Still up there, though. The dew points right now, measure of moisture in the atmosphere, are still high, moderate to sticky, in the 60s and 70s. And off to the north and west, we can see those thunderstorms now just skirting Sullivan and Ulster counties. But you're going to get some heavy rain there near Rockland and Hancock. Flash flood warning is in effect for Delaware and Otsego counties, but that could change as those showers move east. They won't make it to the city, but our northern counties definitely. But we look down towards the south and west. There's still a lot of moisture down across the southern states. We won't see most of that, but finally a front will come through tomorrow night with the drier air. Right now, some breaks in the clouds. It's 77 degrees in the city, but generally speaking, we'll stay cloudy all night long with some light showers here and there. Not looking at big, heavy rain. Now, at the coast tomorrow, especially the Jersey Shore in the morning, you may get some downpours there. And also in the afternoon across parts of eastern Long Island and the Jersey Shore. So they'll be widely scattered as they have been. But look at what happens on Friday night into early Friday morning, tomorrow night, early Friday morning. The dry air comes in, we clear out. Look at the dew points drop from 70 to the 50s on Friday and Saturday. That means drier air. It'll feel great all weekend long from Maine down to Maryland and D.C., back from Boston to Buffalo, Ithaca, Albany, all points in between. We're expecting great weather around the Northeast this weekend. 73 will be our low tonight. A few isolated showers and storms in north and west mainly. 84 tomorrow, so it's still unsettled, but it'll be the last day it feels like this tomorrow for a few days anyway. We're still holding on to the humidity, but that changes tomorrow night as the front clears the area and drops it down. So 84 on Friday, sunshine, rain-free, and not so muggy either. Our exclusive 10-day forecast shows that weather is going to last through Monday. It gets warmer every day, but the 90s hold off until next week. They'll be back, though.
Okay, but not so muggy coming up. All right. Wow, a lot of steam in the Bronx. Something's going on.
Wow. The manager likes to say it's all right in front of us for the Yankees.
Yeah.
What's right in front of us right now is the fact that they're one of the worst teams in baseball over the last 6 weeks. Yankees have big problems. The Mets, they're a big problem for any team in their path right now. And tonight, that team was the Yankees. The Bombers are still only a game and a half out of first place. So why do things feel so dire for them after the Mets exposed them in this series? Also, Aaron Rodgers saw the pyramids of Egypt. Now, will the Jets ever see the quarterback that they have pinned their Super Bowl hopes on? Day one of Jets and Giants camps are just ahead here on News 4 at 11.
We just want to have fun. Yeah, right here on the Kelly Clarkson Show. We are counting down to the Olympics with Cyndi Lauper. Plus Olympic winning gymnasts Lori Hernandez and Mary Lou Retton.
Tomorrow at 3 on NBC for New York.
Discover the Genesis Signature Event. For a limited time, lease the Genesis GV80 for $419 per month, exclusively at your tri-state Genesis retailers.
Prepare to experience a voyage through time, where culture and innovation converge. Let us take you and your loved ones on a journey to the depths of the Mexican Southeast. It's now possible to live this dream. Buy your tickets at www.trenmaya.gov.mx and experience life-changing journeys.
Gobierno de México.
Ready?
The power of sanctuary. Discover it for yourself at the Lincoln Summer Invitation. Lease the 2024 Lincoln Nautilus Premier for $529 a month for 36 months with $5,201 cash due at signing.
Popeyes has the best of both wings. Our juicy chicken is marinated to perfection with 2 distinct twists on all 6 flavors. Whether you prefer our spicy bone-in wings or our classic tender white meat boneless wings, we've got the best of both.
Got that chicken from Popeyes.
This summer is the perfect time to get away with a great deal on your favorite Hyundai models. All backed by America's best warranty, plus 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Add more joy to your journey. Hurry in to the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get in and get away now. Lease an all-wheel drive Tucson for $229 a month or get 1.99% APR or up to $1,250 bonus cash. Hurry in.
A potential breakthrough in stopping AIDS. Twice-yearly shots used to treat the disease were 100% effective in preventing new infections in women. This is according to a study published today in the New England Journal of Medicine. There were no infections in the young women and girls that got the shots in a study in South Africa and Uganda. In a group given daily prevention pills, roughly 2% ended up catching HIV from infected sex partners. The shots are made by U.S. drug maker Gilead. A Connecticut community has come together to cover the cost of surgery for a dog that suffered serious injuries after falling from a moving car.
The incident happened on Route 44 in Avon. Police say the dog either jumped or was thrown from a blue SUV. The one-year-old puppy broke her pelvis in 4 places and did require surgery, which cost more than $5,000. Animal control officers say she pulled through that procedure beautifully, but police are still looking at surveillance video in the area of the incident. When we come back, John Chandler has the Subway Series highlights from the Bronx and Aaron Rodgers' trip to Egypt.
But first, here's what Jimmy Fallon has coming up tonight.
Hey everyone, we're playing What's Behind Me with Matt Damon. Plus, we have Josh Hartnett and a performance from Hardy. It's a great show tonight.
Closed captioning provided by Toyota. Let's go places.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Lease a new RAV4 all-wheel drive for just $319 a month, and you've got everything you need to take adventure further.
Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Ready to save? Get up to 20% off today during Raymore and Flanagan's Buy More, Save More sale. Save 10, 15, or 20% on pieces for every room. A comfy sofa, a new dining set, a cozy bed, up to 20% off. Plus, shop our huge selection of top mattress brands and enjoy free next-day mattress delivery. Want to buy now and pay later? Enjoy no-interest financing for 72 months. The more you buy, the more you save at Raymore and Flanagan.
It all comes down to this, the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Each night, the Olympic Zone takes you inside with live reports from Paris each night and the stories of world-class athletes.
Get ready for the game.
In the Olympic Zone, tomorrow at 7.
Meet Fargo, the new virtual assistant from Wells Fargo. Fargo makes banking faster and easier.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
Lets you pick up the tab, even if you forget your wallet.
I got this.
Fargo, send Kaz $145 with Zelle.
Smooth. Fargo puts important information at your fingertips.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries this month?
Hey, Dad, can the guy stay for dinner?
No.
Want to see everything Fargo can do? You can with Wells Fargo.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Returning lessees can now lease a Ford Explorer for just $319 a month for 24 months, only at your local Ford stores.
At Spectrum, we know that internet is a vital tool to help you fulfill your dreams.
My dream is to become a video game developer.
My dream is to get my online college degree. That's why Spectrum has affordable solutions to keep you connected. At Spectrum, we are committed to delivering reliable, affordable internet and unlimited mobile to keep you connected to what matters most to you.
The Spectrum Sports Desk is brought to you by Spectrum, with fast and reliable internet for $39.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and free unlimited mobile line, both free for 12 months.
Subway Series is in the books, and we learned some things, didn't we? Since 1997, the Mets have swept the Yankees just twice. They won all 4 back in 2013, and they brought brooms to the Bronx tonight. For a brief second, though, the Yankees led this one 1-0. But then, blast off in the 4th. Garrett Cole called this pitch a poor one, and Pete Alonso takes it deep for a 2-run shot. It's 3-2 Mets, and Cole's nightmare was just getting started. Francisco Lindor decks a 2-run shot to the second deck. 5-2 Mets. Then Tyrone Taylor, who homered earlier, flares one over Gleyber Torres to chase Cole, whose ERA is now 5.5. Oh, Lindor put the finishing touches on this one with a bomb to left. The Mets sweep the Subway Series 12-3 the final. The Yankees manager, hey, he's exasperated as any of you.
You know, right now we're getting our teeth kicked in, and you're taking your lumps for an extended period. You know, it can be rough, but no one's going to feel sorry for you, that's for sure, especially when you wear this uniform.
They're still just a game and a half out of first place are the Yankees. With the Orioles losing tonight, Mets have the top wild card spot and the Braves in their sights now. We have football on our mind. Aaron Rodgers is back from Egypt and back to practice, but returning to form is a lingering question for the Jets quarterback. He's 40. He's trying to return from a torn Achilles. It's why Rodgers' every last throw on this first full day of training camp was watched closely. And then he found himself answering the expected questions about skipping minicamp for that Egypt trip.
The last 2 days are pretty special. The second last day, we were at the pyramids and the Sphinx in a private, private viewing, and then we went out in the desert on camels. Yeah, it was fun. We got to watch the sun go down in the desert, watch the moon rise, and yeah, it was a really special trip.
Sounds memorable. As I say, you rode camels. It's great. The Giants open camp with Daniel Jones, a full participant, cleared for contact. It's a big step for the quarterback, 8 months removed from tearing his ACL. It's unquestionably the biggest season of his football career, given the Giants flirted with drafting a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I expected to be here. I expected for the process to go smoothly and well, and I'll continue to rehab, focus on my knee, but also, from a football standpoint, getting back into 11 on 11 and playing football. But yeah, grateful to be here, and I feel like I'll be back to where I was, if not better.
All right, to basketball. Tom Thibodeau gets a 3-year contract extension for the Knicks. But the biggest deal in basketball today? Yeah, strike up the music. That's the one that brings the NBA back here to NBC. So that also means that Round Ball Rock is back, too. The iconic theme song returns along with the NBA and WNBA as part of an 11-year partnership. So in addition to 100 regular season games and All-Star Weekend, NBC and Peacock will carry the most playoff games on average each season coming fall 2025. You're right? It just sticks in your head. Okay, we'll be right back.
Act now to get an offer you'll love and drive into summer with a Honda CR-V and Accord. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
The excellence of driving a Buick is matched by the excellence of the dealership experience when you own a Buick. Buick, exceptional by design.
Sign and Drive is here. Current eligible Buick or GMC lessees get this ultra-low mileage lease on this 2024 Encore GX Preferred for around $327 per month with zero due at signing.
Popeyes has the best of both wings. Our juicy chicken is marinated to perfection with 2 distinct twists on all 6 flavors. Whether you prefer our spicy bone-in wings or our classic tender white meat boneless wings, we've got the best of both.
Got that chicken from Popeyes.
Make this a summer to share in the 3-row Kia Sorento, the tech-forward Sportage, the available all-wheel drive Seltos, or the IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus Telluride, each one recommended by Consumer Reports. This summer, visit your local Kia dealer. Lease the new 2024 Sorento LX for $289 a month.
At Spectrum, we know that internet is a vital tool to help you fulfill your dreams.
My dream is to become a video game developer.
My dream is to get my online college degree. That's why Spectrum has affordable solutions to keep you connected. At Spectrum, we are committed to delivering reliable, affordable internet and unlimited mobile to keep you connected to what matters most to you.
Act now to get an offer you'll love on the rugged Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
Okay, Janice, hopefully we cool off a little bit.
That'll happen after tonight. Tomorrow night, we'll start to see a change in the forecast. Our exclusive 10-day forecast. We're still in the muggies tomorrow, and there's still chances for showers, stray showers on and off. But by Friday, it's looking great. The humidity drops. The temperatures are in the 80s. It's a beautiful pool, beach, barbecue, everything outdoors this weekend, all the way through Monday.
So we'll do all that at your house, actually.
Yeah,
That sounds pretty good. Since you laid it out for us. All right. That'll do it. The Tonight Show star Jimmy Fallon is next.
Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.